Imagine you are dropped in the most crowded city in the world, where you live in a small room crowded with 9 to 10 people, and parks, markets, and streets are so crowded that there is no space to breathe. Everywhere you look, there are only crowds and crowds. Today we will tell you about a city which is famous as the most crowded city in history. Today, you will find Mumbai's Dharavi, the world's most densely populated city, with 700,000 people living in just 2 square kilometers of land. The fact is that the entire population of Alexa can live within this city. But it is not the most populous city in human history. The most densely populated city in human history is Hong Kong's Kowloon Walled City. Currently, New York City has a population density of only 11,313 people per square kilometer, and Dharavi has a population density of 277,000 people per square kilometer, which is 24 times the density of New York. But the city of Kowloon has more than 1.9 million people per square kilometer, a density 167 times greater than New York combined. The city is only 6.5 acres, or about the size of 4 football fields. Just imagine that a 200 square feet house can accommodate only 3 to 4 people, but there are 9 more people living there. Not only that, suppose the building you live in is a 1-unit building with 14 floors, and in each floor units of your building, you have as many as 9 people live in the house, and hundreds of these buildings stand on an area the size of just 4 football fields. Just think how populous this city is. If all the people of the world live in the same way as people live in this city, then all the people of the world can live together in this heart. But how will your living in this horrible crowded place? Generally speaking, living in this city is much harder than your normal life. The city is as crowded as it is terrifying. Because the city has numerous unlicensed dentists and various doctors' offices. Anyone in this city can claim to be a dentist or doctor at any time. Moreover, restaurants display dog meat as a daily meal. There are no windows in the settlement buildings, and these buildings are only 3 to 6 feet wide. You can imagine that many people live in buildings that are only 3 to 6 feet wide. It is as dark as night here, even on days with plenty of sunshine. Only there are some empty spaces in the middle of the city where sunlight can penetrate. Even if it didn't rain, we had to take an umbrella when we went out, because the water coming out of the burst pipes from the top of the buildings fell like rain. On top of the building, not only water, but waste was dumped. If you enter the city by mistake, you will lose legal rights. For the densely populated walled city has no official laws. It is said that the city is not inhabited by ordinary people. Most of the people here are terrorists, thieves, robbers. Almost all kinds of drugs, including heroin, drugs, opium, are sold freely in every shop here. Just think, how would you feel if the building you live in was built by an unlicensed engineer? Likewise, none of the buildings you see in this city are built by licensed engineers, which is in the city cup with the sound of airplanes. Are you wondering where the sound of airplanes comes from? Kaita Airport is located just outside the city. Airplanes at Kaita Airport fly very close to the building during landing and takeoff. As a result, not only noise pollution, but also air accidents. Therefore, in 1994, construction of buildings taller than 14 floors was prohibited to prevent plane accidents. Those who see the city from afar find it uninhabitable, but it is a paradise for the mentally disturbed. Life here is completely different from the way you are living now. As soon as you enter here, you will feel like you have entered another world. But you have to time travel to visit this city, because this city does not exist anymore, because the city was continuously created in such a dark city that the Hong Kong government decided to demolish the city in 1994. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to my channel by clicking the red button below. That way you'll never miss out on new videos. If you want to know about the Atlantic and what will happen if the Atlantic ice melts, watch this video.
Music.